Uh, Thank you so much for joining. I'm seeing a lot of people that I remember. So thank you very much for being here. I can't thank you enough for the love that you've been giving me for this book. Like, I don't have any words, like we are 5 months away from the release, and you guys are already excited about it and talking about it and asking me about it, and I can't thank you enough for this, for this support and for this love. So I'm so excited that the cover is now online, and you guys can all start dreaming about Alec Brock. I know I've been dreaming about him for a long time. And you guys asked me a few questions about him, and I'm so excited to answer. If you have more questions, you can keep sending me. Okay, I'll answer them if I see one, or maybe in the end. And you guys ask me a lot of questions, so I think I'm gonna answer them. Uh, Thank you. I'm excited too. I can't wait to share Alec Brock with you. Seriously. Thank you. There are people are saying that they love the cover. Thank you so much. Okay, so let me start with the question, the most basic questions. What is the Alec Brock series about? And it's a story that I wrote about a girl that she is 16 years old, and she has a boyfriend, a cyber boyfriend, and her boyfriend is Alec Brock, and that is this big pop star. He would be like Shawn Mendes in the world today, or Harry Styles, or Justin Bieber, or any of these big artists. And they are talking online for over a year, and they haven't seen each other yet because she lives literally in the middle of nowhere in the in the United States. And she find her dad is transferred to LA, so she finally sees that as a chance to be with Alex. So she leaves everything behind in her little town in West Virginia, and moves to LA to go live with her dad. And she doesn't tell anybody that is because of Alec, because Alex is a secret in her life. Only her best friend Nina knows about him. So she doesn't tell her parents why she wants to move. She just says that she wants to go live with her dad to, get into a better university, and things like that. And she goes to LA to go surprise the love of her life. And when she gets there, she finds out that he has no idea who she is, and then that's the story. That's how that's where the story starts, actually. And she's going to start I don't want to give you any spoilers. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I think I already told you too much. But that's when real Alec enters the story, and he's going to continue in the story, so you can imagine what is gonna happen. It's this book. It's a young adult contemporary romance with a mystery twist, because they have this mystery of who is the imposter. And the story, the series is this: is Linda and real Alec trying to find out who is this guy that supposedly is someone close to them, and they don't know who he is. And Alec is scared too, because he knows too much about him, and that's it. They're going to try to find out who this imposter is, and Linda is going to live a lot of adventures trying to, find out who she really loves and stuff like that. So that's what the Alec Brock series is about. Someone asked me what inspired you to write this story, and so the first dream that I had about another question was, when was the first time you thought of Alec Brock? And I had a dream on March 4th, 2017. And it was actually a dream about John Mayer. So John Mayer was my first Alec Brock. But when you're dreaming and you don't want to wake up, like you're dreaming about this pop star that you love, John Mayer is like everything to me. So I was dreaming about him, and I didn't want to wake up, and I was with him, and he was protecting me from someone, and this someone was this guy that and that's when the answering to the previous question, what inspired you to write the story. So something happened, something like this happened to me when I was 16. I was catfished. Someone pretended to be this guy, this famous guy in Brazil, and he was part of a boy band in Brazil that is quite famous in 2004 2005. And we dated online for a year and a half, 15 months, exactly the same time as Linda. And I went to his concert and he didn't recognize me. So this part of the story is real, you know. I didn't invent any of that. But Alec Brock, like this happened to me when I was 16, so like in 2005. So it's been a long time that I don't even think about this. And on March 4th, 2017, I had this dream about John Mayer, and he was protecting me from this guy. So that's where the story came from, you know. It was part of real life, and part of this dream that I had. And I didn't want to wake up, and I just kept thinking about it. When I did woke up, I had this story in my head, and I had to write it. So that's it. That's how I came up with the idea. Next question. Who is Alec Brock? Alec Brock is just my favorite person in the whole world, and I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna agree with me when you meet him. He is my teen pop star character, and he's 18 in the books. Linda starts with 16, and then she turns 17, and Alec is 18. He is... Alright, another question that you asked me. Who is the main muse for Alec Brock? Because as most of you know, Alec Brock was inspired by 3 of my favorite artists. That is Shawn Mendes, Harry Styles, and Brad Simpson from the Vamps. And she asked me who was my main muse. So this is a very, very hard question for me. Alec Brock is... As I told you, Alec Brock was inspired by something that happened to me. So when I wrote the first draft of the book, I was thinking about this guy, obviously, and a part of John Mayer. But then after I finished the first draft, I decided to research who were the teen artists today, to see just to learn more, you know, like I was writing a book today. I wanted to be updated, and I found out Harry Styles, and I found out Shawn Mendes, and I found out Brad. And at the time, Brad was the only one who had the hair that I wanted for Alec, you know, so he was like my first real Alec Brock. But then Shawn Mendes started to let his hair grow, and Harry Styles too, and I kept thinking about Harry's eyes and Harry's dimples. So Alec is really a mix of the 3. This isn't a fanfic, you know. I didn't create Alec Brock from any of them specifically. But when I met them, I couldn't picture Alec any other way. And now I see, to me, he's really a mix of the 3. I can't tell you like who was my main muse because I don't have one. What I can tell you is that to me, Alec has Harry's face. Like I see his eyes, I see his dimples. He has Shawn Mendes' life, you know, like when he's talking to his manager, when he's talking to his father, when he is just being Alec Brock in the real world, he's Shawn Mendes to me. And when he's on the stage specifically, you know, the way he moves, the way he jumps, to me he is Brad Simpson. So you're gonna have to read the book to tell me who you imagine Alec Brock, because it's really something that I can't pick one, you know. He's a mix of the 3 to me. So that's it. What is your favorite part about writing about Alec? So hard, because everything about him is amazing. I can't pick one thing. I think maybe the concert scenes. I love writing concert scenes. I think Linda enjoys them very much. So I think if I could pick one, yeah, maybe the concert scenes are really good. This book was created by a professional fangirl. I have to explain this. So it's really all of this dreams that we have about pop stars, they are all there, you know. I really I wrote it for the fangirl in me that wanted to read this in someone else's book, and I never found a book like this, you know, like, because most of the pop stars book, the pop star falls in love with the only girl that doesn't like him, you know. Like all the books that I wrote, that I read so far was like this. And Linda is crazy about Alec when they meet. So she is his biggest fan, and that's how this story is different from other pop star stories, and that's how I could fulfill this fun girl dream that I had, you know, of being with a pop star. And I think you guys are gonna love this side of the book, you know, all the concert scenes, all the backstage, all the little details from Alec's life that I think every fun girl are, you guys are gonna love it, I'm pretty sure. So you asked me, tell us more about Linda. Yeah, I talk too much about Alec, I know. But Linda is a character that she's, to me, I see her in my head as Selena Gomez because she's Latina. She's half Mexican. So her father's family is from Mexico. She is short. She's physically, she's pretty much like Selena Gomez to me. Although after Sean started dating Camila, I started seeing Linda. I started seeing them together, you know, as Alec and Linda. So she's Latina. That's how you can imagine her. She is 16. She turned 17. She's from a small town, so she's kind of a shy girl. You know, she's not very outgoing, and she's more shy, but she's very courageous. She's very driven. If she wants something, she goes for it, you know. She moves cross country to go be with her boyfriend. So she has a lot of personality, but she's also very easy to fool because she believes in people, you know. She wants to believe that people are good, and sometimes people take advantage of her. So she is a good girl, but sometimes she is a too good girl, you know. She's too good to people who doesn't deserve it. And so that's it. That's why she fell for this lie, and she's in the situation right now. And the story is mostly about how to overcome this, you know, how to overcome trauma, how to overcome emotional challenges, you know. And I talk all this story, this part of the story of overcoming emotional trauma is real because this happened to me. And I talk a little bit about anxiety, about depression, and it's all real, you know. It comes from a real place, and everybody who reads the book so far could feel it, you know. That is really a very deep story. It's not something just fluffy for, you know, the fun girls and the pop star world. It's not just that. It has a depth because the story comes from a real place. So I think you guys will appreciate this too. It's another I think you guys are gonna love Linda as much as you love Alec. Or maybe not as much, but close. I think you're gonna love her too. Who was the hardest characters to write? I have this answer to me is very easy. It was the imposter. Because the imposter, I had to write him without telling who he was, because the story is about finding who he is. So he is there. He's there from the beginning, but I have to create the mystery around his identity, and that's why it was so hard to write him, because I couldn't give too much away that he knew Linda before, and that, you know, it's very hard to write mysteries. I realized when I was writing this character. That's why I'm telling you that he was definitely the hardest character to write. I have a few possibilities in the book, like there are a few suspects in the books, and a lot of people ask me like why I like Five Sauce so much, and it's because Five Sauce inspired the suspects of imposter Alec. You know, all the Five Sauce guys are suspects to be the imposter, so you can imagine. To me, I see, again, I had already written the first draft when I met the Five Sauce guys, but after I saw them, I could only picture their faces, you know. So there's a suspect for Luke, a suspect for Callum, a suspect for Mike, and Ashton is actually Alec's brother. He's not a suspect. But yeah, the imposter was the hardest to write, and the Five Sauce guys were my inspiration for this character. That is only one in the end, but you're gonna see. And I'm not telling you that the imposter is one of them either. Everybody in the book can be the imposter, so get ready to be very confused. At least I hope you're gonna be very confused about it. Next question. If you could do a project about a band, who would it be and why? So I think I just answered this question. The Five Sauce guys are in this book in my head. Like I imagine the character, the imposter Alex suspects as them. So if I could write a book about a band, it would be them. And also the Vamps guys. That's the next question actually. Is this book just about the Vamps or about other bands? So the Vamps, Brad is part of Alec to me, and the Luke's character in my book is called James, that is also Alec's guitarist. So I think the Vamps fans are going to see James as James from the Vamps, but it was totally coincidental. I didn't plan this, you know. His name was already James before, and the physical characters are pretty much the same too, but it was really a coincidence, and I didn't want to change because like it was my James. I created him. It's not I didn't copy anything, you know. So the Vamps guys are also in the band as Alec's band. I can't get in details because this is a spoiler, but they are also in the book. But the Five Sauce guys have more space in the book than the Vamps guys, except for Brad and James. So this is kind of, if I could write a fanfic, that would be my fanfic. Do you have a playlist that to listen when you're writing? I do. Actually, when I started researching about this artist, and everybody, like I could only listen to their songs, you know, because listening to their songs inspired me to write the character. So I started listening to the Vamps, Five Sauce, Harry Styles, and Shawn Mendes in 2017, and I haven't stopped. Like that's basically everything I listened to since 2017. So yeah, that's that's pretty much my playlist. I'm going to share with you guys until the book is released which songs that really inspired scenes in the book, and I'm going to give you more details about that on my stories, okay, on the Alec Brock Series account. And also ask me what is your favorite song right now? So I'm listening to Lights Up from Harry because it was the last one that was released, so it's on repeat right now here in my house. Next question. How many books are you planning on writing for this series? So this is complicated. Initially this was supposed to be just one book. When I got to the end of it, I realized that there were enough material for 2 books and that I would have to split them in 2 books because it would be too long. So it became a duology, and I sold them to my publisher as a duology. So originally there are 2 books in the series, but I had an idea for the third one, and I really, really, really want to write it, but I'm still waiting for their approval. So far, the Alec Brock is a duology, but fingers crossed, soon we're gonna have the news that I can write the third book. So that's it. Hopefully, it will be 3 books. When does it come out? So the release date is March 10, and it's also Alec's birthday. We decided to publish the first book on Alec's birthday, so March 10, 2020. How much does it cost? I don't know the price exactly because it depends on the website and which... I think it changes from website to website. But it's not gonna be expensive. I think the ebook is gonna be around $2.99, and the physical book are gonna be $9.99, something like that. So it's not gonna be an expensive book. And the pre-sales have already started. Actually, there are 2 websites already with the links to the books to buy on pre-sale, but as soon as I get all the links, I'm gonna let you guys know, and I have a lot of surprises coming soon for you about the pre-sale, but I'm gonna let you tell you next week. Actually, I'm so excited. I really want to show you guys what I have for you, but it's not here yet. I haven't received it in the mail yet, so I'm gonna wait until I receive it in the mail, okay? Next question. Oh yeah, a lot of people were asking me, I'm from Mexico, I'm from Malaysia, I'm from France, I'm from Brazil, can I buy your book? Yes, it's gonna be available on Amazon all over the world. So, and I think in all the formats as well, so you can definitely buy it anywhere in the world. The people are also asking me about translations, and especially Portuguese, because I'm Brazilian. Actually, I'm Brazilian and French. So I'm definitely gonna try my best to publish them in French and in Portuguese too. But we are also trying to publish in other languages, so I don't have news for translations at the moment, but as soon as I have them, I'm gonna let you guys know, okay? But yeah, the English version, you can buy it anywhere in the world through Amazon. Next question. What made you take this big decision to publish something that you wrote? Yeah, actually this book, I didn't want to write it because since it was so personal, it really is, it came from something, a trauma that happened to me, and I remember as if it was yesterday, like as soon as I woke up from this dream, my first reaction was, this is a great idea for a book, and my second reaction was, I don't want to write this. This is gonna hurt, So I resisted. I resisted for a week. Like, no, I don't want to do this. I don't want to go back there, poke the wounds and relieve all that trauma again. But I couldn't forget the idea. I just couldn't take it off my head. And I was in a very hard time in my career at the moment. And I didn't have time for it, but it kept coming, I really couldn't run away from this idea. And once you have something so strong, you have to share it, you can't write it just for yourself. Like from the minute I have the idea, I knew that I had to share this. I needed to let other people learn from Linda's experience. I think this story is bigger than me, and I didn't want to keep all the lessons to myself. That's why I decided to publish it, to share what I've learned with other people, and hopefully make it easier, really help people deal with this kind of situations in our lives that can change so much, and I hope it changes people for the best, like it happens to Linda. For those who do not know me, I am also a personal development teacher. I am the creator of the best version of myself movement. So everything that I write is to uplift people. I don't talk about depression just to talk about depression. I talk about depression to help you deal with depression, to find a solution for all these problems in our lives that we normally don't know how to deal with. So I like to share everything that I've learned, and this book is just one of the ways that I'm doing this. And tell us about writing this book. So I have something that I wasn't going to tell you this, but since I get this question, I actually wrote this book during a 365 days challenge. And those who knew me before, since 2017, probably saw this. Like, I was posting daily posts on Twitter, especially on Twitter, about this challenge, this 365 days challenge. And it was literally like me refusing to give up on my dreams. I was being pressured by the world, and I decided that my dream was more important, and I went for it. I decided to challenge myself during 365 days. And I was, what I didn't want to tell you yet, but I'm gonna tell you, is that I made video diaries of this challenge, and I am working right now in a little documentary about how to keep going, how not to give up, and how to be strong and to keep fighting for your dreams and get to where I am today, to share the cover with you guys. So I'm gonna publish this little documentary before the book, before March 10. But yeah, I hope it helps other people to stay strong, and never ever give up on your dreams. So that's it. Do you guys have any questions? I think I answered everything here. If you guys have any more questions, I'm listening. Thank you so much for all the support, all the love. You guys are incredible. I'm really, really happy. And I can't wait for you guys to actually meet Alec Brock. And actually, I have a surprise for you. Yeah, I almost forgot. So if you are here, if you're watching this after I post this, there's gonna be a link in my bio with a form, a Google form, and this form is for ARC reviewers. I don't know if you know what an ARC is an advanced copy, advanced readers copies, and books need to be actually. They are also called press copies, because this is for people who are willing to write a review about the book. So if you are interested in reading the book for free before the book is released on March 10, please go to my profile. That's this Google form. And we're going to select a few people to be Alec's really, really first fans. So don't miss it out. Go to my bio and send us this your form, and let's see. We're gonna pick some people to read the ARCs and these advanced copies, and I can't wait to hear what you're gonna say about the story and about Alec, and I'm so excited. I hope you guys are too. Do you have any more questions? Oh, just another thing that someone asked me, not book related, but people are asking me if I stopped my YouTube series, the things I wish I'd learned in school, and the answer is no. I have a lot of videos planned for next year, but right now I'm kind of busy with the books, so I'm editing. Right now we are editing both books at the same time, book 1 and book 2 in the Alec Brock series. So I'm kind of busy, that's why I haven't been posting, but I am going to keep posting, so don't worry about that. And yeah, keep it's slow, but it's gonna come, don't worry. Yeah, I didn't forget about the things I wish I learned in school and about the movement. All right, so it was a pleasure to talk to you tonight. I hope you guys like to know a little bit more about Alec Brock. And I'm gonna have uh, thank you so much for the best wishes to you too. Um, I'm gonna thank you so much. Uh, I'm gonna have news for you soon about something that I ordered in the mail that I can't tell you, but I'm dying to show you what it is. Sending you love too. And yeah, we're gonna keep talking. I'm gonna keep you guys updated. Keep watching Alec Brock series stories. I'm gonna start a countdown over there, and we're gonna wait for the book together. And thank you so much for the love with the cover review, and see you guys soon. Bye.